Welcome everyone. How you doing? It's a beautiful night, morning, whenever you're listening. Today, we're going to take a step back and evaluate without pointing fingers. So, here you are in life. If you wear a hat and you walk into a church, that's disrespectful to this one's God. If you do this and you do this with a Bible, that's disrespectful to that one's God. Well, let's get to the Word. Is it really going to matter? Yes, according to a cultural, disciplined society, claiming life, because my mother did this, I'm a full-blown this and that. Nice, but let's get into reality. You are you. We come from our parents and we uphold the good teaching that we try to say, whether you had them or not. You learned something. What you want to be. Now, to some people, they allow this word or words, anger, greed, and jealousy. You hear it? Puts like a little twist on you. So most of you are affected by words, because if we go to the description of a word, even though I'm saying that word, that person has a result of what they experienced, what they were taught about it, what does the word mean, and then it's slang, is it traditional, where does it come from, is it from grandma and grandpa, are they superstitious? Doesn't mean that that's a bad person, it's just that there's a lot of chaos. You don't need that. So, we're here to take a step back to ask yourself, everybody that's ever mentoring you, they shouldn't have to ask you what you want. They have to be able to go beyond to see what you're good at, what you're not expressing, and then from there tell you, okay, do this, do this, do this. Not that they're trying to direct you, they're trying to help you save time that maybe it would have took you 9 years or 20 years or 30 years, and you learned it in 4 months. And then you learn another tactic and another tactic. And you start to learn that owning and renting, a lot of you are in pain. And it's expressed through the colors. Most of you inside your homes, unless you signed the lease, most of you don't have your walls painted. And if you do, then when was the last time they were painted? If you do, props, very good. What are you using in your house that picks you up, that's almost like your sanctuary? What are you putting in your body? How are you speaking? Just because someone says this, so what someone says that? So what someone said something about you? What does that do? Nothing. I had a lot of students in life, and they come to me and they say, Master, you don't got to call me Master. It's us. Come on. What's the matter? They're talking about you. Oh, are they? Really? Okay, don't involve yourself. You okay? Take a breath. Allow them to, yeah, but Master, they're talking about you. It gets me angry. Don't get angry. Let me ask you one question. Settle this. What? Did they come to me and tell me what they're talking about? No? Okay, they're hiding something. They're scared. Let the children be their children. Let the children go run and play. That's a bunch of nonsense. So, you have to look at life in a different, what would a heaven be on earth to you? Right now, ask yourself, what would a heaven be on earth to me right now? How many things is going through your mind? Some of you saying a house, a car, or this or that. I want this summer home. I want this. I want $1 million, $2 million. I want this. No. That's too many I want. Just say, I am provided for with an everlasting supply to and from, with an abundance of source of money. And repeat that over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Now, when you get the money, you got to see where you are. Are you in greed, jealousy, hatred? This person helped me, but I'll stick them with the money because I'm angry in my bill, so I'll stick them with the money for a little bit for me to express my emotions to them. No, you don't do that. No. You should be happy to pay your bill. If a master teaches anything, smile to it. Otherwise, you're going to never reach what you need to pay. You'll never reach it. How does one become a millionaire? Penny after penny, dollar after dollar. How it gets there? Penny after penny, dollar after dollar. You can have someone giving a service, and if it was in China, India, something, someone would be like, okay, let me take care of this point. It covers all the major meridians, and I'll press here and here, and I'll charge everybody $1 for the point. They'll come back and see me. You can have lines all around the block making thousands of dollars a day at just $1 asking. Now, does that drive you? Does that give you the energy? Does it feel fulfilling? Stop putting this Santa Claus effect on your religion. Stop it. Study theology first before you open your mouth. Get educated on the subject. If you don't hang out with other people that can tell you, well, according, did you know this? Never close it down. They say in martial arts, when you reach a black belt, that's where the real training begins. Yeah. Yep. That's right. Something that took you 6 hits might take you 1 hit now. Precision, preciseness, new training, never ends. Life. So OAT is going to talk to you about women and men, but even if you say that you don't like this color or that color, It's all around you your whole life. You're not black and white. And even when you were black and white on TV, you still had color on your clothes.
So everyone, thank you so much. We're in a space right now that can only just be right now, obviously. So when you come to that within inside of yourself, there's nothing for you to do and there's nothing for you to imagine. You are here. So color has a lot to do because we see and we experience life through our senses. So you have to look around and take a note of your presence right now. What color does come to you right now? See, we all have gifts. We all have creativity. And this is something to tap into when you need it in order to move and fulfill whatever you need to do. Life is about action. Life is about contemplation. Life is about precision, just like he said, and also persistence. Because once you claim your power, of course you've felt it before, you know what I'm talking about, manifestation is imminent. And whether you're trying to manifest a new business or a monetary value, money, trade, or a place of residence, a home, maybe a spouse you're trying to conjure love, whatever that is, it's beyond the word. It is going back into the source of love is with me all the time. And then you do have to change something about yourself. So the easiest thing to change in your life is the color vibration that's around you now. So again, when you thought of a color or a color came to you, understand that that is that. So it's up to you to interpret the message that it gives. This is the higher power, divine activation that it just flows. So let's just talk right now into the middle line, and we're going to play a game, kind of, but it's more of just like you doing it to yourself. Of course, you have to understand everything in life happens within inside of you. Anything you categorize as negative from external forces, you're blaming, you're lame. You're doing something that shouldn't be said because it's taking away from your own divine right. So yeah, it's a reprogramming. And color is a beautiful way to program yourself. So yes, the game. So we are going to bring you back to the center of you. And yeah, you can use your thought in this way to time travel to a space because you're going to be doing your own color vibration. It's going to be coming to you naturally. And that's the whole point. Every gift, there is all. But you can also be that at the different times in life in which you need. So it'll be different for every person. So let's say most people in life go to education. They go to school, and the school has a theme. So at any point in your life, the theme of a school that comes to your mind has colors. So go ahead and just name those colors to yourself, and they would be like school theme colors. Sports teams wear them. They're on the flags inside the school. Mine would be, for this scenario, would be blue and yellow.
And mine would be, it was funny, I went to a Catholic school, but it was a Polish Catholic school. So it had the Poland flag on the inside. Even though you were in the U.S., it brought a vibe, and there were a lot of Polish people that went to that school, and they were very strong in the community. And we wore blue with white, and we had to have a tie on all the time. And the thing to me, when I was a child, I said, that doesn't bother me. I like dressing up. What does it? Good. Dress pants, dress shirt, it's better than that.
Yes, and even if you didn't go to a formal school, a private or a public, you were homeschooled, go ahead and choose a favorite color as well. There are so many different types of scenarios in which colors apply to life. So you have the colors. Are they beyond those two colors? Going to go into the creativity. So if it was blue, it was like a cobalt blue, and if it was yellow, it was like a gold. So here you go. Just understand the different names that you can give the different colors in your life, and you're going to feel it shift.
How many shades of color are there just adding another color? So everything comes, all of us come different, we have resemblance to each other, but all of us are our own unique body of who we think we are. Most of you are trying to think that you want to look like so-and-so and you need this and that. Stop with the when I get or I need. What do you really need? Breath, water, something to eat, sun?
So nurture. Allowing yourself to use the tools around you to give yourself the nurturing that you want just from those two colors you imagined, or you stated, or you experienced. And then you're able to see in a different way. So this is going to be different for every person because everyone's going to have a different color combination. And I think that's important to understand that everything in life is full of mixes, like mixed races. Color can go even deeper into the shades of brown, black, tan, white, yellow, red, all the skin colors, even beyond that. Some people with different textures of skin as well, different color hair. Also, the importance of changing appearance in a way that expresses who you are. This is taking another step into you. Like people say, you can activate the animals, you can activate the planets, the zodiac, the other zodiac. There's many different kinds and many different animals and elements that correspond. So when you have that within inside of yourself, you can just call it in. So now understand that every color combined in light. What is that combines in light? Every color. It brings a white light. So any color you ever experience through your eyes, because you're a human being blessed with the gift of sight. So white, the color that is in a neutral sense. So you want to look at this as a neutrality where you're going to give the white a different name. So you can give it a name that is another English word or a word that doesn't even make sense. That is a word that doesn't even exist yet that you can create. So go ahead. Create.
And once you have that word you can use to yourself. You're not doing voodoo, black magic, or anything else. You're creating a word for you to build up something on the material sense that you felt that you couldn't, but at that time it was a tool, but you don't want to hold on to it. After a while, you're neutral towards everything. And some people would think that you're arguing with them, and you're just saying, hey, if you want to suffer, it's okay. There's easier ways. No one's trying to teach you how to run your life, but look at life on a different perspective and look at the people that are around you, look at the problems they have, look at the sicknesses they have, and then when you get them out of your life, that sometimes we hold on to so many things that we're drowning ourselves in our own emotions that aren't even our emotions. So it's very intense because, we as people have family members. And sometimes you're not going to agree with a family member, but you don't wish them ill will. You wish them well. But just because someone expresses something, that does not mean that has to be your life. What it means is, what are you doing? How are you doing? Are you healthy? Are you providing for yourself? Are you this? And once you have that, if someone's non-supportive, then that means that there's self-issues inside of them. Maybe you're doing stuff that they tried to do but they couldn't, and you got past it, and it's angering them. Or they just are set in their old ways. Well, the world is changing.
And that means that every single person can change too. Even if at a point in time you believe that you think you can't. And I think it's important to know that that's okay. It's a part of the experience. Color has to do with everything because everyone talks about shining bright like a diamond, like a star. Like you can see beyond these eyes and see light, see color. It's a gift. People are tuning into what they see in the third eye, and then beyond that, where you're just in tune to even beyond what you can see. You feel it in the heart vibration. And then you use that energy to just fuel whatever you want in life. Manifestation occurs. But if you're complaining when the manifestation does come, then you have to be more grateful. If you're looking at life through the same eyes that you did when you were feeling a certain way, you have to know that you can stop that immediately. It doesn't have to be within a day or a week. You have the choice. It's not going to be easy at the beginning, but you have to know the influences in your life that are still making you feel a certain way. And then realizing when you do have that power, there's a huge, huge responsibility of, I must not do any harm. And mainly it's not doing harm to yourself by the words that you speak from the programming.
So as you do that, one of the biggest things to work on is go to your refrigerator, open it. Just say, I want some milk or I want some bread. You're automatically programmed to the last time you bought it. If you're buying it on a regular, you already have that imprint before you even go. If I'm going to get the mail, if you're conscious enough, boom, you're right there, you grab it, you're that. If you're all over the place, you won't be able to find it in the fridge. That's how you work on you, because it has to do with color. It also, how straight is your refrigerator? How clean is it? And if you everything you grab in your refrigerator, does it make you feel happy or sad? And if it makes you feel sad, don't eat it no more. Don't use it no more. And then you got to work on that with your color. Maybe you're wearing that color too much that you don't see, but you're eating the other color someplace else by an imprint. And you're psychologically making your body jump from your past to your future. So it's very important. Look at your refrigerator. Everything that's in there, does it make you feel good when you eat it? Or does it make you not feel well? And are you going to tell yourself, today, let me just wait until I finish my food. Let me eat. I'm going to have one more meal. Or just throw it out. You said that you want to diet. Don't use the word diet. But you said you want to do it. Why you got to wait until, well, that's a wasteful of energy, of food. No, that's a mentality. You can give it to someone. You can give it away. You can cook it for an animal. But do it. Change you.
It takes an instant to get inspired, and inspiration doesn't just have to be you're creating an art piece or you're writing a novel or making a production of a movie. It's you changing something in the artistry and the canvas that is your life. And the fridge is something that holds a lot of emotion for people because there's things in there that just stay in there, accumulate either ice or mold, a type of fungus, that ultimately hinders your well-being. And also, some people in life, there's also things that you are eating you think are good for you, but then are causing you different types of pains. We're not your doctors, we're not your psychiatrists, but there are different things that you can change, like seeing how you feel, decreasing the foods that create inflammation in your body, different types of pain. Also knowing the different foods, the shapes, too, that go towards the different minerals and vitamins in your body that are necessary. Drinking water that's clean. Brewing your own tea, drinking the colors of this. Making your life more vibrant, literally the point of color. So you can see something in a different way. You can change something in a different way. The walls of your house, you're living in a space. Maybe you don't own a house and you have an apartment or even a room where you have a wall that you can shift. Find what works for you. Calms the energy. Reds on the wall are nice. They bring power, but if you have too much anger, you need to slow it down with a lighter shade, add the white in. So you become your own art project. The color in your life, just like your eyes. Your iris is beautiful. Every single pair of eyes is beautiful. The more that you view yourself in that way, the more you stand out in a crowd because you are who you are. And everyone can do what they want to do in life. That's the whole point. And you should do something different. There's room for every single person to express what they want and also achieve their dream, but you have to allow yourself to do that. This is why color liberates you. So we're settling the colors in life, whether it's like a paint or on a skin or on jewelry or on clothes, but we're going to narrow in on a color to enhance whatever it is you want, but also bring you back from a point in which someone thought they weren't good enough or could never achieve because you can achieve. So the color to settle is dark blue. So just be like navy blue. And what do you feel when you come to that? So just going to give you a chance to be one with yourself. Because this is also the intense color of cerebral function, intuition. And really, it's whatever you want to do with that. Where do you have navy blue or dark blue in your life? Where can you lighten that up? Or do you have a lot of dark clothes? Maybe add something that will pop that you like personally. Make you feel special because you are.
And get out of the clothing. If you have to work and they're making you like you have to be dressed, you need a dress clothes, you need a uniform, well, then that's what you chose. Don't look at other people as they got to be that way because you're dressing up and this and that. That's an ego. It's a lot of pain there. So does someone need a suit on to make money? No. The fact is no. It's your preference. No one's saying to wear one, not to wear one. What we're saying is that's just a preference. It depends on where someone went to school, how they were raised, what is considered small class, middle class, upper class, working class. Like, what is that?
The desired outcome for the life plan may be planned without your consent at the beginning. So understand you do have the choice.
Getting rid of all that programming and coming back to yourself. So right now, we're going to go into meditation, and we're going to get there, okay? I'm going to start it. OAT is going to kick in. We're going to go back and forth. Here we go. First thing I want you to do is just, you shouldn't be driving. We're not your doctors, lawyers, or anything like that. Psychiatrists, any sort of that. We're your friendly neighborhood friend. Oh, some of you thought of Spider-Man? Okay, then that means your consciousness is someplace. Take a breath in. Very good. So now, let's think that we're wearing a gray sweater and it's zippers in the front. Everybody put on your gray sweater. Don't look at, it doesn't fit me for some reason. It's a bunch of nonsense. Put on your gray sweater. All right, good. It all fits everybody. It doesn't matter if someone's heavy, skinny. That's just the name. All right, so now we got the gray sweater on. Take a breath in. Now change the color. Okay, how does that color make you feel? Are you angry, happy, neutral, making a story up that, oh, it doesn't make me feel like anything, oh my God, I am this, I am that? Let go of that.
Next, color is going to change again, but it's going to change to a midnight black. Now see how you feel and know that you're completely safe and secure. Feel the soothing, the cooling, maybe even an inner warmth, protection. Not an absorption of emotion at this point, because you're at a different level.
Now, if there's anything that comes to your mind, I'm Christian, I'm this, I'm that, those could be curses, that's a form of paranoia inside a being. So you got to erase that. And anybody that gave you some sort of superstition, or your family grew up with something, or you had to throw salt over your back, you had to do this, do that. Most people run around lighting sage. Clear yourself of that. Neutralize, because most of you never gave thanks. You don't know where it comes from. No one gave thanks. No one knows that some people should use sage, some people shouldn't. It could attach. So erase that. Now, let's go down to our mental body, and let's start to say, I'm okay. Now, the masters, or the ones that have been studying for a while, you know what to do, and you know how to just let it be, just let it come in and out. Whatever the case is, the color now is changing again.
Spirit self, go ahead. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry.
So now, what happens, and I just went through this with one of our master teachers. We regroup with each other and we talk, and I went through it and I said, let me ask you a question. Remove religion, culture, and age. What type of fights do you have? They started to laugh. So we're in abundance of everything that we ever learned. Now, some people say up till the age of 7. Well, it keeps going. And if you're emotionally destroyed then, up until the age of 7, it could repeat over and over in cycles. No matter what you think you're going to do, you can't fix it because you're stuck in your own Maya of consciousness.
So let's go from the age of 7 to the age of 14, and then from 14 to the age of 21, and go ahead and change the color of the sweater again, but make it like a violet. And feel whatever it needs in the crown, the head, opening up new inspiration, allowing anything you need to flow.
There's nothing for you to think. The ones that took a session with us will realize that, wow, they can listen to this and they can enhance themselves over and over and over again. But don't hold on to anything. And they will understand it because they've been there. You know, we have some students 10 and up practicing. So it's not about the student that they're the greatest person in the world. It's about where can I reach without putting myself down. You already got hit over the head with society. You know, so if you go to talk about religion, you go to talk about religion. Then you go to talk about politics, then there's people who talk about politics. Then there's people who talk about money but don't have money, but then there's people who have money. Get out of all that. What is fulfilling you?
The fact that you do have the ability that you say that you do, but if you say you don't like a thing about a person or a thing about a group of people, you got to find more gratitude in the life. And that's a journey that every single soul has to take. So beyond the violet, beyond the 7, go and connect to the planet and understand your place in a solar system, because you're more than just you. You're every single thing that was born, plant, animal, human. Just breathe.
So knowing that, just breathe in. And these are for some of the master teachers. And we have Pedro from the Bronx, New York, that said, how do we as spiritual healers help people when everybody says they need help, and then when you go to give it, they're attacking you? Wow. Wow. Yes.
Sometimes you feel like you need to do something about something. But everyone is going to do what they want to do in the end because they have the programming. So let it be would be the easy answer.
Yes. And if someone brings up religion and fights you over religion, but if you go to say something, they won't listen to you, they're ignorant. You're going to know that. Someone goes in a certain politics, they don't agree with you, their politics, they have a certain house, a certain car, a certain status. Those are ticking time bombs. One loose thing that they're out of control. But it doesn't mean that they don't have good jobs. It doesn't mean that they could be great that way. But relationship-wise is learning the expression as everybody's life is theirs. And at the end of the day, why do you have to make yourself happy or miserable for someone else? You already do it too much to make yourself miserable in the beginning. So you get out of your own nonsense. If you're trying to make more money or you're trying to get out of somewhere, then what's your plan? What are you doing? What's your precision? Are you moving up? Does that mean you can't go out and eat, really, but you can cook at home and you can cook great dinners at home, save money, lose weight, exercise together while you're doing it all? Put a little color in your house. Eat differently. And then when you start to change your eating, it doesn't matter you say you want to be vegetarian, that's not our choice for you. But there's sometimes things that you used to be able to, but now you can't. Maybe you eat pizza. If it's not in the afternoon, then you have acid reflux at night. Something's off. Or it's more junky compared to the way you ate it years ago. Mostly it's more processed. And there's all these grains that they tell you you should be eating, and then if someone's diabetic or has high blood pressure, and they think they're eating it, and sometimes they're hurting themselves. So there has to be a balance inside of you. Most bottled water that you go to get are a bunch of nonsense. You'll see it. They'll tell you the truth. You want something with a mineral in it. It's like going back to an olden age, but in a modern time.
The modern time is so convenient. You have to agree. Anything you want to know, anything you want to be, you have an internet capability. So you just have to find the balance between what works for me at this moment. It doesn't mean you have to quit the meat now. There's been so many diets throughout the ages, Mediterranean, South Beach, ketogenic. But what is going to make you fulfilled? Having fun in your life.
So watch this, guys. We're going to go on the internet right now, and we're going to search. Let's take a word. You're still in meditation, but you're not doing regular meditation. So we're going to search the word religion. And now we're going to hit it. What's the first thing that comes up?
We have religion, the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal power of God or gods. Monotheism, polytheism, a particular system of faith and worship.
So that was created at a time that they gave you an era and dated back to what someone said at that time it was. What was before that?
And it's kind of funny to note the neutrality of the internet, because you look and the picture shows multiple symbols from all religions all around the world. So who's right? What works? What should you do? What's the nature of what's going to fulfill your purpose here on earth? Well, you know you're here to learn, and you know you grow every single day through every encounter you have. So the belief in a God or a God, something that is greater, can be interpreted in the power inside of me, multiplied in my cellular DNA. So it goes down, because in the religions you also see, like it said, monotheism with God-fearing personalities, and then polytheism where the gods have personalities like humans. So we're in a time and an age where people are understanding the role of these archetype situations in their own life, claiming their own power, saying I'm a god or I'm a goddess, or whatever label anyone wants to do. It's just a gift.
And understanding that when you look at yourself, if someone really irritates you or someone really does that, maybe that's just something like you see, that was me a long time ago, and I don't even want to look at that no more. That doesn't exist in me. Or maybe you're not there acting a certain way, and that's getting you even worse, but you're doing better than the other person. Then all of a sudden the other person starts doing better than you, and you go broke because you're angry. But you were doing better than the other person in the beginning. And you thought you were better than them. But the broke person that you were hanging out with overnight just made a couple $1 million. What's the difference? You deserve it? Luck. The book of luck. No one ever talks to people about the book of luck, because you got to find it inside of you. What keeps reoccurring over and over again, and you don't know why it comes from that, but it's a special intention, and it just appears for the good.
Acknowledging the serendipitous situations you have in your life. Some people say synchronicity, but it's an alignment, knowing that you're on the path. You're on the right path. You can choose whatever direction you want to choose, but you still better attune yourself while you're going through it. So you should never forget the practice that was instilled to break free of that programming. You always want to ensure that your loved ones are safe, that you are safe, that whatever you need to put your energy to is distributed well so that you feel good at the end of the day.
So, come back, 1, 2, 3, to yourself. What does that mean? Just come back to yourself. Tell yourself, I come back to myself. Get neutral. Ask yourself, what do you want tomorrow? What are you going to get tomorrow? Where are you going to be tomorrow? Give thanks now. Tomorrow's tomorrow. Get rid of the sorrow. Get rid of the pain. Get rid of so-and-so said this. Who cares? So-and-so said this. Well, they have a lot of followers. Well, maybe you got to strengthen your core now. Everything you said's the truth. Well, then you're okay. Strengthen. Power. Being able to sit with someone, have a conversation, even though you could have tore them apart in their energy, you don't. You just look at the better and you understand, well, that's that type of mentality, but I don't see that person as that. May they do well. May they be well.
A universal gift of transmuting any energy that comes your way that is your natural defense. Almost as if you're taking the arrows that people shoot at you and you're just giving the love back. So you can accept the energy, but you can't take it on. But you can reuse it to change whatever you need to change in your life. And this is very prominent in many situations in life because there's a lot of people in the world. You just have to find peace within inside of yourself. We brought up religion. Religion brought wars, fighting about God. And now everyone is creating wars within inside of themselves. So you just have to find that place where it comes into the middle. It levels out in a way.
And understand that if you tell us you're this God and you're this religion and that's what you feel, that's fine. But just make sure everything you're doing, don't lie to yourself. Don't think you're better than someone else. Just do right in life. And if that's what you pick, that's okay. But go beyond it. Explore. Find you, because you're programmed. Some of you will get depressed hearing that. Why? Someone taught you that. All the way down to a child, when you go to take something away from them and they kick and stomp their feet, and then when they get older, they still kick and stomp their feet, and when they get older, then they throw stuff, and then when they get older, they kick and stomp their feet still. It never stops. It's a cycle.
The only thing that changes is the consequence. If you do it when you're older, you go to jail.
Yes.
And that's time that you could have been doing something else. But that's not looking down on anyone that ever experienced that, because it's about the journey and how you're going to change and contribute in life after that, and then beyond, teaching eternally. Because everyone's a teacher, everyone's a student of life. Understanding, yes, power and winning, and even going beyond competition, and understanding losing, yes, but failure brings you to a new perspective where the next step could be the gold mine that makes you feel good for that moment, but it's just going to be for that moment. So really, you have to do you, and you have to be who you are and not care about if someone doesn't agree.
And whatever you're doing in life, put your 100% and more into it. Put a lot of love and smile and laugh, and you'll do good in life. Many blessings, guys. Have a good night.
Take care. We love you. Goodbye.